Season's greetings from our podcast show. On the show this week, Winston and I are going to be going over some very, very selfish gifts because we don't know what you want, but we do know what we want. We're going to explain why. And we're going to take a little bit of piss out of each other as to why we chose these gifts, because they got to be something that we truly want. And if it's just something that we kind of want, it's not good enough for us. You know, we really want these gifts, and there's going to be a good reason for that. So Winston and I have chosen 5 gifts each. They have some sort of very, I don't know, heartfelt connection to what we want out of life, right?
It's more of a selfish thing. It's something that you probably don't want, but we do.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll take 2. So I'm going to throw this first to Winston.
Yeah.
Winston, what do you got number 1 on your list and why?
Yeah, well, okay, so this is a bit, computer stuff. So it's a chip, a processor chip, right? That's stuff you put into your motherboard inside your computer. It's basically, AMD's launched a new chip recently, a couple of months ago. It was called the Ryzen 7 9800X3D.
Okay.
All right, so that has 3D V cache built in now, something new.
All right.
That improves supposedly performance and stuff like that.
Okay.
Retail price MSRP, right? A 480 US, which is around about 670 Canadian, right? So that's the retail price.
That's pretty cheap, right?
Yes.
For a processor.
Yes. And it's better than the Intel high-end chips in terms of
How much are the
performance.
Intel chips?
You're talking about not exactly expensive, but you're looking about 600-700, possibly 800 for the Canadian price.
So almost double for their top end chip.
Yes, and you're getting better performance in terms of gaming. So that's something that I've always wanted because it's AMD. I'm a big fan of AMD.
Okay.
And they're like the underdogs, and of course now Intel have dropped. But anyway, and now AMD is up front now, and this chip is really good in terms of you're doing gaming. It's got the 8 cores, 16 threads, which is more than enough for most computer use, right? For video editing, content creation, gaming, stuff like that. And this is a good chip. However, it's already sold out. All right, first batch from the production line is already sold out, and you're probably waiting for the next batch, which could be next year.
Okay.
However, you can get them online.
Yeah.
On eBay. People are already scalping them at double the price.
So, so if this is double the price, why do people still want this chip over an Intel? Because, I mean, come on now. The Intel is going to be a better deal if they're scalped.
Because
if the AMDs are scalped.
Yeah, AMD have scalped. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing it's just one of those, maybe it's speculation, right?
Okay, well, how about this? This chip, if you have an existing AMD from last year, AMD board from last year, does this chip just plug in?
If you have an AM5 socket motherboard, yes.
Okay,
yes.
So maybe that's the draw?
Could be.
Okay. But an AM5 board is fairly new, right?
I would say a couple of years.
Okay, so if you have a couple year old AMD PC, you're looking for the latest upgrade affordably. Yeah,
this would be the best way to go.
Okay. Yeah. Versus getting a new Intel platform, which is going to be kind of trash right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Sorry, Intel. You are right now trash.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no blue, all... Are they green or red now?
Red.
Okay, Team Red. Team Red. Okay.
Yeah, and
not blue.
Green is for NVIDIA and blue's Intel, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
So Team Red.
Okay.
Well done.
Awesome.
So this is the chip I wanted to get. I'm not going to buy it at scalped price because it's not worth it.
No.
But if it drops back down to retail price, 480 US, 670 Canadian, then you're looking at the first restock around about next year.
Okay,
probably.
So not a Christmas present.
Not Christmas
Maybe
present.
an empty box for someone if you wanted to give it to someone.
Yeah, but if you're desperate and you want to get this chip, and I've seen people go for that chip, I don't know why, at that price, then go ahead.
Yeah,
it's like buying an NVIDIA graphics card back then when it was scalped, right? And it was like over $2,000, $3,000. People still bought it. I don't know why.
It seems people get into a mania, a craze that that their identity is around the gifts that they buy people, and I think that's kind of wrong. Like I mean, this chip is coming. You knew it was coming. Why didn't you buy it when it first came out?
I think a lot of them were pre-orders, and as soon as they got them, and it was sold out, and they were just putting them on eBay, I guess.
Okay.
And they didn't have a reserve price. They just let people bid
Okay.
on it. So when they bid, it hits the retail price, $500, whatever, $600, and then people just want to get it, and they just go into a bidding frenzy. Fair thing. So.
Okay. Well, I have something very selfish that I would like, and that it's a new pair of shoes.
Okay.
But not any kind of shoe. So you know how people love the way that they're super shoes. You know, these $400, $500, Nikes. Like they wear them for one race.
All right. Okay.
And then they're done.
Okay.
Right. They might get 100, 150 miles, and then they're done. Because the foam in the top of the shoe is built so so light that you're basically, it's disposable like a diaper. It's done. Sorry, like these are like the crazy carbon fiber plated super light foam. They don't even have rubber on them because they want to keep them light. So you're basically running on the foam for a marathon, right? The whole thing, right?
Okay.
So I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
I can't afford $500 to run every month, right? I mean, because that's basically the mileage I would be doing every month on a single pair of shoes, right?
I've seen people buy $500 shoes just for fashion.
I've seen people wear these super shoes. Like I saw one guy, he was just wearing a pair of these Nike top end runners, and I've seen them before, and it's like $3.99 on sale, and he's just walking around in them at the mall. I'm like, you do you, but those shoes aren't going to last.
Hey, listen, that's talking about that, right? I was talking to some friends about, you call them runners,
yes,
in Canada, right? And in US, sneakers in the US, and in UK we call them trainers.
We don't call trainers.
We call them trainers.
No, we have trainers.
Yeah,
they're your cross trainers. Trainers, right?
Oh, okay.
Are the things that you use for pretty much everything. They're not good at any one thing.
Okay.
You can wear them for basketball. You can wear them to jog on the. You can do weights in them.
Yeah,
I would call that a trainer.
Okay,
but running shoes are running shoes. They're for running pretty much only because they're not stable enough. So the shoe that I selected, based on everything that I want from a super shoe,
right?
Like any of those things, Puma, Adidas, we want the carbon plate. We want that spring.
Oh, it's got all that in there.
We want that.
Okay.
Right? We want rubber on the sole so that it doesn't wear out because it's just a slab of super foam.
Okay.
Because we want to protect that foam.
And it's got the grip and everything. Tread.
And it has grip because it has actual tread on it.
Okay.
And we need an upper that isn't so light and fragile that it will stretch out so much that you just can't use it for a proper month of training. So I went on the internet. And I found this. I've been wearing New Balance shoes for quite some time now.
Okay.
And what I found out is that New Balance actually brought out a new pair of shoes that is between their super lightweight racing shoe, which is called the SuperComp Elite. Sounds really fast, right? Has a chunk of foam on it, just barely legal. Carbon plate, super light. And then they had the Rebel. The Rebel V4 was a super light shoe, had tread on it in a chunk of super foam, but no carbon plate. Okay. So they brought out something called, and maybe this is a UK thing, but they call this shoe the FuelCell SuperComp Trainer V3. So maybe this is a British thing.
Could be.
Because this shoe is for training. I'm going to put a photo of it up here for you guys to look at.
I mean, it looks like a fashion shoe.
All right. So this shoe is basically built. It looks like the SuperComp Elite. It looks like the Rebel V4, but the shoe actually has rubber, which is thicker, has a carbon plate inside, has all the stack height of the higher end shoe, but this upper is a lot more plush.
Okay, so comfort?
Way more comfortable. I have the Rebel V4. Fantastic shoe.
Oh, right.
I like running on that sole. but it doesn't have a lot of pop. And the upper on it is, I find it is lacking. It's basically like the seats in the back of a VinFast, lacking. Just lacking.
I tell you what,
right?
though, the New Balance, its brand, of course, been around for many years. At one stage, it wasn't that popular, but now for the last year or so or two, it's been really popular amongst a lot of, like, you know, not just athletes, but, you know, youngsters and everything. So this brand, New Balance, got a lot of new designs. This one looks pretty cool.
Well, you remember Steve Jobs?
Right.
Steve Jobs wore New Balance all the time. Those are trainers that he wore. Those are trainers that he wore.
So this is a trainer V3.
So this is more of an everyday shoe that gets you your mileage. This is meant to stack up mileage, right?
Okay.
This is meant for your 500 kilometers to 750 kilometers in the shoe until you get into your super shoe. So this is what you do your work in.
How much is that?
This shoe is actually, it's considering that it's not a super shoe, it does have kind of an expensive price, I feel. I mean, the shoe sells for about 250 Canadian. Okay.
That's okay.
It's okay, but for a shoe that you throw out every 6 months.
But like,
gone
if
you're training.
Yeah, gone are the days of the $100, $150 sneakers or trainers.
No, look, you can still run on those.
Right.
It's perfectly fine. It's just a shoe like this has the ability to keep up with you if you want to do your tempo workouts, your sprints, your long distance 26.2 mile runs. It has everything that you need to do to train yourself to run in the more expensive shoe for a race day. Right. And also it forgives your foot from all the pounding, because you need something that kind of gives you the protection that you need to actually run in faster shoes like track spikes or racing flats.
Would you be able to wear these as a casual daily wear?
No, because you would absolutely ruin them, because when you run differently than you walk.
Right.
So if you have a pair, walk in them. If you have a pair that you run in them. Don't do both. Because you wear it differently, right?
Yeah.
Because once you ruin the shoe is ruined, right?
So these are ready for running.
They're with a carbon plate inside. They're for running, because you won't feel like when you walk, you're not using the carbon plate.
Mm-hmm.
When you bounce, you hop, that carbon plate propels you forward. Right? So it's ruined on anyone that's going to be walking around in the mall in them. Like, seriously.
Footwear technology.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to walk around in a pair, I would recommend the Rebel V4, which is actually doesn't have the carbon plate, has a little bit less foam. So one I run in as my regular mileage shoe, trainer.
Okay.
You know, and that one's $179.
Okay.
Right? So for an extra $80, you get something that is good for tempo, good for faster paces and everything like that. Super high tech, has a carbon plate inside, super foam,
nice.
Protects your foot, makes you feel like an athlete, right? And I know that coming up in about a month from now, people are going to want to go to the gym and run on the treadmill. People are going to want to go outside and do the first New Year's run, right?
After a heavy Christmas of
turkey and indulgence. So that's what I would recommend.
Half the price of 500, so it's 250.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely a shoe that you can run for almost 3 to 4 times the mileage that you can in one of these super shoes. I would recommend that. You know, I would definitely would. And if I got a pair of these under the tree, I would not throw them out for sure. They would not go back into the return pile. And for someone that likes a wider fit shoe, New Balance is also known for their widths. This comes in regular D width and also 2E. And if you go to some of their specialty stores, they might even have a couple more widths to accommodate. Sizes all the way up to 14 for some of our taller runners out there, all the way down to 7 for some of our smaller runners out there as well too. Women's sizes are available.
Great.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a great shoe.
Right. Next, I have something. It just came out actually. It's called the DJI Mic Mini. So that will pair up with the actual DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that we're using to record.
That's right. This podcast is being recorded on DJI Pocket 3. We are not sponsored or affiliated with DJI in any way, although I did receive a small amount of DJI money for buying their DJI Care for this particular thing, a whole 35 cents.
35 cents. Right. Well, okay. So as you know, the Osmo Pocket 3 combo comes with the DJI Mic 2.
Yes.
Right. So I'll show you. Comes with this.
Yep.
And it's
Also one over here.
And it has a magnetic, a magnetic.
Yes. Uncle Wilson found it.
I found it. Yeah. So it has the magnetic thing and we can clip onto your thing. So that comes with this, the Mic 2. And this is an okay size, I think. It's not too heavy, but you can clip it on here. But now they have this DJI Mic Mini, and it has 2 transmitters,
yes,
1 receiver, and it has, comes in a little pouch. Oh, not pouch, sorry, a carry case, a rechargeable battery pack carry case.
But there's something cool about it too, right?
Yeah, and it's you can pair it with your DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and it's tiny. It's similar to size as a little dot. Let me show you something similar. It's about the size of this. Something like this. That's how big it is. So it's like this is not it, but this is something similar.
So it's like the size of an AirTag.
Yeah. And you can clip it and literally anywhere.
Neat.
So that's something I wanted to get. It's $240.
That's not bad, considering that you have to spend almost $360 for the DJI. Like the stupid thing is that DJI does not create a combo that has 2 microphones for the Pocket 3, even though it actually has transmitter slots for 2 setups, 2 of these, right?
Yeah.
So it would have made a lot more sense if they created a combo, a Creator Deluxe combo that included one of two of these, but maybe the mini mic combo. That would probably be a great setup.
Yeah,
I think that would be more appropriate because these do record in 32-bit. I don't know if the new Mic Mini does.
Not sure.
Yeah, so this is still a professional option, but maybe for other creators, this will be a lot more, simple, man on the street type of thing. Because I know too that the case that this comes with will clip onto the top of it, and you can actually use it as a microphone. Thing, right? So they did think about what they were doing. Just maybe they were working on that product in the pipeline. They just didn't have a chance to combo it up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But there's something I wanted to get.
How much is it? It's $250?
To $240, $240, $250.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not Canadian price now.
Yeah, because I know that Rode also brought out their Mini as well too.
Yes, the Mini one. They also brought out the Rode one. Yeah.
Still, it pairs with actually the Rodecaster.
The Rodecaster.
So that's neat, but it's only in their ecosystem as well too. You can still use it with DJI products. You just have to kind of plug it in using a pigtail for USB, not USB, USB-C to 3.5 mil. Plug it in, and that will still all work and everything. But it's kind of cumbersome.
Look at this. Yeah. It's got a 40-hour operation for that little tiny thing.
That's great. That's actually almost double the bigger one.
Yeah, 169.
Probably not internal recording. I mean, there's still reasons why you want this version, the DJI Mic 2, but that is just great.
It comes with a mini charging case, USB-C.
Okay.
It's got the little with a windscreen.
So very similar, just a slimmed down version of this.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah, and it's compact and it's really lightweight. You can pair it with the Osmo.
Is there a magnet in the bag?
It does come with magnets.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that that's taken care of.
10 grams.
That's
transmitter weight.
You can clip it on your hat.
48-hour operation. That's crazy.
That is amazing.
It hasn't got a 32-bit, I don't think. It has the supported limiting to prevent audio clipping. So it's got that.
So clipping controls, that's very important because sometimes when you set these things up, you're not sure that if they're too hot or they're too cold and they're not picking up the audio. This prevents the clipping. You just set it up once and it's pretty much taken care of.
It's got surprisingly, it's got a 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, audio power, with a camera. Okay, because you can connect to a camera.
It does both. You can pair it up wirelessly with the DJI Pocket or probably any of their devices that will use it. And then you can use it with your SLR or your
Pocket 3 Action Cam,
mirrorless.
The Osmo Action 5, Action 4, and Pocket 3.
There you go.
And it works with your iPhone as well.
Neat.
Apparently.
So with probably a USB-C cable.
Android phone as well.
Yeah, USB-C 3.5 mil or something like that.
Both Lightning and USB-C adapters. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's why I figured.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Well, speaking of long battery life, I've been using the Galaxy Watch Ultra 7 Ultra for a little while now.
Yep.
I decided to cancel the LTE plan.
Oh, because so how much was it?
It was $15 a month. You get
And
500
it's just
megabytes.
data only.
It's data and a phone plan, but people kept spamming my phone with calls and texts. Not my phone, my watch with calls and texts. So I got tired of it. So I canceled it. And what I noticed is that I didn't really miss it because my phone is usually with me. No matter what. Most of the time it's with me, right?
I mean, if you're running, I mean, for emergencies, really, you need your phone.
Yeah. So I thought that, hey, you know what? For $15 a month, it's fine. I mean, it came with the watch. It's not like it came with the watch, right?
Yeah.
It is a nice watch. It's great. It does a lot of watchy things really well. It's a bigger display and et cetera, and everything. And I wanted to upgrade from the other watch that I literally never use because the Watch 5 Pro was not pro enough for me.
Yeah.
I like this.
You got a great deal.
I like this. Okay. So I've been wearing it. It's great. Smartwatchy things, awesome. But when I go for a run or anything like that, I find that the battery life drains very, very quickly. And also, I found out one very, very important thing, and that's if you run on a treadmill. If you run on a treadmill like I do during the winter, because I have to start at 5 a.m. in the morning, I run, and then, you know, I shower, get everything, get going in the morning and everything, fuel up, and then start my day. I discovered that this watch does not track correctly mileage. It doesn't actually do the kilometers correctly. It doesn't track it as a indoor activity as mileage.
Is it because the GPS is stuck in one location?
It thinks you're stuck in one location.
Yeah.
Running up, jumping up and down, basically. So it doesn't sync to Strava, which is like the de facto social media platform for anyone that actually runs or walks or hikes or anything like that. So if Strava doesn't pick up your workout, you actually didn't do it.
So how do you tell it that you're actually doing an exercise?
You don't.
Are there any devices that do that?
Well, I'm going to get there.
Oh, right.
I'm going to get there. And the one solution for me is that I've always had a Garmin.
Okay.
The Garmin, without fail, will track every treadmill workout.
Everything.
Yeah, because I never actually ran inside with this watch until that one time that I was like, hey, I wonder how it works inside. It didn't. It doesn't work inside. It's a Samsung issue. Garmin has always worked correctly because it takes what you've done outside and it translates it back inside. So if it knows your stride length, if it knows your speed, if it knows the body oscillations, it'll actually extrapolate that and give you a mileage. It'll give you how long you've run.
So it will tell you, even though you're located, it's just stuck in one location.
It knows because it knows you've run a certain way.
Your heartbeat and your
heart rate and everything is one factor, but it knows how your RPM, your steps per minute. It knows your stride length because you've run outside with it. It won't give you that until you've run a certain number of miles, and then it
so
fixes
it's using
that.
a little bit of AI then, because it's kind of like finding out how you're running outside.
I think it's more like machine learning, to be perfectly honest. It's more a machine learning thing because it figures out your stride, figures out your steps per minute. Using your steps per minute, it can figure out your stride and then turn it into kilometers.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then from there, it can tell you what your pace is, how many minutes per kilometer.
Okay.
Right. So once that figures it all out, it'll give you a number.
All right. So
and it sends it to Strava.
Not all Garmin watches do this, or only certain.
No. The Samsung problem is solved with a Garmin.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
So I have a Garmin.
All right. Right.
I have a Garmin. I enjoy it. But I would like a better Garmin.
Okay.
I would like a better Garmin because I like Garmin. I think Garmin makes a fantastic watch.
Good brand.
Now, we did talk about this watch earlier on when they launched it, but I'm and since they launched it, they've released not just one, but a couple of different updates for the watch to fix it, to make sure that the GPS and everything is great. And my pick is actually the Fenix 8 in the 51 millimeter size.
Big watch.
Now, the Fenix 8 is a $1,600 outdoor adventure watch.
Okay.
That does all the running things really well.
Has it got action buttons?
It has. They don't call it action buttons. Actually, they have something inside their watch is that they're decoupled. They're actually not buttons. They're actually like a fly-by-wire kind of
like
press.
spring-loaded?
No spring. Well, it's spring-loaded for your human touch, but it doesn't actually press anything inside. It's like a magnetic switch that doesn't actually open the watch because it's also it has the capability to go underwater and everything like that. So it doesn't actually touch and open anything.
Oh, I see.
It's a magnetic switch.
Yeah, it's almost
it's completely sealed.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
So there's no physical opening of the casing so that water can get in during your adventures, like when you're running in the rain or in the snow or whatever. And it has an AMOLED screen. Now, the Garmin that I have is the 255. That uses a MIPS screen, which is basically like a glorified grayscale screen.
LCD.
Right? Yeah, basically, yeah. So this watch is everything that you want in an adventure watch. I mean, you could have a Galaxy Watch Ultra parked next to it. You could have an Apple Watch Ultra Pat parked next to it, and this thing would actually stand out because it has a titanium casing.
Ooh,
it's a sapphire screen protector, and the thing has double precision GPS. It's got everything, maps. It's all on board, and it's rugged as heck. Mm-hmm. And it has all of the dynamics for tracking your exercise and everything that you're going to be doing in the new year. So you're going to need a new watch, right?
This has an app to connect with, right?
Yeah, it's got the Garmin Connect app and everything like that. Their app store isn't the best, but this is a very focused device that actually not let you defocus. It's specifically for sports.
Does it have any LTE in it?
It doesn't have that. And that's something that I mentioned is that I didn't even really miss it in my watch. In fact, it got annoying.
So it relies on GPS?
It relies on GPS and also your phone.
Okay.
For connectivity, right? 29 days is the time that 29 days.
9 days back.
It's smartwatch mode.
It's 29 days battery life.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
On this watch?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's...
In case you guys didn't see it, it's this guy right here.
That's 29 days. That's 29 good. Days.
Now, I did mention that this one comes in 51 mil. It does actually come in smaller sizes for smaller wrists. So it goes down to 43 millimeter if you want, 47 in the middle. There is also a solar version that has even more battery life.
Oh.
Yeah, but it has a kind of it doesn't have the AMOLED. So if you want a beautiful display and everything like that, you got to get the AMOLED version. But the solar version will actually increase the battery life. I think it adds another like 20-30% to it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's absolutely crazy.
So this watch, you probably like, even if you're middle of like Mount Everest, whatever.
Yeah. It's a $1,600 watch. It's the last watch you basically buy, I think, for a lot of people.
And you won't be able to like charge it with your battery pack. And
well, that's the only downside is that Garmin's charging mechanism is like this little plug. It plugs into the back of the watch. It's protected, really well protected, but there's no wireless charging or anything like that. But you don't really have to charge it if it's going to last, like even in not normal everything on mode, this thing gets like a week of battery life.
Wow.
Right.
It's good enough.
It's good. And that's with like getting a marathon or two done.
Yeah. My wife uses the Apple Watch and she finishes work. And the first thing she does is...
It charges, right? It goes...
Take off the phone, put it into charge overnight, every day. Yeah. Every day.
Yeah. Just a quick update. 13 days, always on. With the display always on. Like imagine if you tried to do that with any Apple or even the Samsung watch.
No.
It might be 2 days.
Do that on your phone.
Might be 2 days. 1.5 days, right?
All day is like only 8 hours, 10 hours max.
So this is all... Like every few weeks you would charge a device like this. And they've been coming out with software updates for it. Again... This is not your regular smartwatch where you get smartwatchy things, you play games on it. This is for tracking what you do and giving you the feedback that you need. It will track your battery, your body battery. It'll track your heart rate. It'll track your hydration. You'll keep up with that as you add that in there. It'll track all your workouts. It'll send it to Strava and any connected platform that you want to prove to your friends that I really did go for that run.
Yeah, in Taiwan, a lot of the cyclists when we're thermal take and they're using the cycle, all of them wear Garmin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every single one of them.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that, and it's because Garmin is literally the best one. I mean, sure, they'll wear their Apple Watch when they're walking around and stuff like that, right? But
for messages and stuff like that. Right?
But you'll never see an Apple Watch on someone that's actually running or cycling or doing those things specifically. They'll have a separate watch for that, and it's usually Garmin. So that's my pick. $1,600, the price of probably a entry level PC or a laptop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's the last watch that you will probably buy.
If you're into that
if you're into
sports
that.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's good.
There are other options as well too for the season as well. Like, I mean, I do enjoy my my 255. It's a very simple watch. It does everything that this does. It's just not as pretty.
No.
Or as durable.
Or newer.
Or newer. It's smaller.
Right.
Right?
Well,
so that's my pick.
Okay, talk about your smartwatch, your Galaxy, what is it called? Ultra.
Galaxy Watch 7 Ultra.
Okay, well, you had a great deal on that,
I did.
right? Not just that, but your smartphone, your Flip, is it Flip 5?
Yep.
And other things, Galaxy Buds.
Yes.
So I'm super jealous. And I'm thinking, okay, this is not maybe a Christmas thing, but definitely something looking forward maybe next year. If they do launch something new, I'm going to go for the next Galaxy
The 7.
Z Flip, whatever they're going to
Yeah.
call it, right? Because not just because of the phone, the new technology stuff, what they have, but because of the deals.
Yeah.
My God, they would accept, Samsung would accept all the iPhones, all the Apple Watches. It doesn't have to be Samsung or any other, you could be any Apple product.
Yeah,
They'll accept it as well.
They're
And they'll
still
give you
doing that.
a good price.
But they're not doing it as aggressively. You're right.
Yeah.
You missed out, dude.
And I missed out, man, because I mean, you got that phone and the buds and the watch for
and care for 2 years for each piece.
He got it for 66% off. The total price would have been $3,000.
$900. I pay $36 a month for the next 4
and
months.
then he got it for like around about $1,900.
Yeah, it's dirty cheap. Like
so.
Like that's less than the subsidy that you would pay a carrier to actually finance your phone.
That's just crazy.
Right?
And
think about that.
You get 0%.
Yeah, 0%.
So
right, that's subsidy. Like remember, in Canada, the subsidy to actually split your payments up on your phone that you get with this $0 phone is split up over your 24-month period, right?
Yeah.
It's cheaper than that by a significant amount.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you've got a decent plan already, which I suggest you go search, because right now, Black Friday deals. Christmas period, holiday season they got some great deals out there.
Those Black Friday deals go for a couple of weeks as well too. They extend them periodically. So just don't think that you missed them. Go back and check it out.
Yeah, get some great deals. And if you've got those decent plans, I've got one with roaming, data roaming, but international data roaming. And it gives me 10 gigs of that. And then the other, it takes out your data package. So for example, if you have 60 gigabytes of data for the month, it takes 10 gig out of that for international roaming if you need to. That's included in the data plan. Or if you just want to continue, it's 60 gigs, and that's US, Mexico, and Canada, right? If you've got a good data plan like this, and you pair it with this phone, Z Flip, Z Fold, but I think Z Flip is the one I want because it has a nicer, bigger screen in the front, and I'm seeing you use it all the time now with that nice case, protected case that you have.
Yeah, it's right here.
And it works well with that DJI Osmo Pocket software that
we're actually just here.
Yeah. So what we're actually recording now is actually being fed live on this little call it a monitor, right?
It's a monitor now.
And it's great. And of course, you're pairing it with all your DJI little gizmos and gadgets. That's right. So this package, this deal that you get, because I've got an old Apple Watch which I don't use anymore. And if I have that, I'll take the deal, get a better watch, get a better phone, because I have an iPhone 11 or something like that lying around. They'll take that as well. Samsung will take that. Even if I get like $100 off, $200 off, that's still getting something, right?
Well, the S25s are coming out in January, I believe.
Oh, right.
So keep an eye out for that. And they might have some combo deals. Like they always combo up. They want you in their ecosystem. That's why they do what they do.
I want to try it out because although I'm stuck, no, I'm not stuck. I suppose I'm using the iOS platform because of some security stuff. I've got some banking stuff which I want to, leave it in there and stuff like that. I want to be, but for creative stuff, because I want to do more creative recording, whatever. I want to do it on a separate phone, and I don't really want to get another iPhone just for that. So I want to try something out like an Android phone because then it's more easier to connect to the PC, I guess.
So S25. In January, maybe?
I'm looking, I'm looking to move over, well, not move over, as addition, try different platforms. So if you're a creator, to be honest with you, you don't want to stick with one platform. You're stuck with one platform, right? Because I know, everybody's using an iPhone and the Apple MacBook, whatever.
Yeah.
You're stuck in that ecosystem. You're not actually exploring other options. So
I agree.
I want to try the the Android option as well for creating stuff.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for those deals in January.
Deals.
They will be coming up probably, and there will be some competitive deals because they are in competition with Apple and also with Google as well too. They are the trifecta with the funny relationship between Google and Samsung. Also, the other thing too is that Samsung has gone with alternative silicon. They've gone through to MediaTek for their tablets this year. Their S10 tablets are all MediaTek tablets, as we found out. So that's an interesting move for them. So maybe we will see the first MediaTek Samsungs. Maybe we won't.
Are they good enough, MediaTek?
Not sure. Not sure. I think they have their pros and cons. Obviously, they're not Snapdragons. They're not Qualcomm chips. And we also know that Qualcomm has had some issues with ARM as well, too. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what they come out. But chances are it will be a Snapdragon for their mobile devices. I know that the only device that is in Canada that has an Exynos chip is that S24FE.
Oh, the
Fan edition.
Fan edition.
Yeah, so that's the only kind of weird bird out there. But anyhow,
what have you got?
Moving on. So last month in November, that was my runniversary. 1 year ago, I decided, you know what, I needed the treadmill because I was completely out of shape.
Oh, is that because of the time when you had the bad knees? Do you say?
No. I knew that I was in bad shape. It was even worse after because I couldn't run. I couldn't even move for a while.
Okay.
Right? So this was after that. I got even worse.
Okay.
And this was during my trip to Buenos Aires when I was filming, not for Taylor Swift, but filming a commercial for Citizens Bank. And I was in the change room and I bent over and I tried to actually tie my shoes up and I couldn't get back up and I couldn't breathe. And that was a very, very telling thing to me because that's one of the symptoms of congestive heart failure.
Oh.
Right? So I got so bad that I couldn't even get my ass up. Okay? So I realized that, hey, you know what? This job pays quite a bit of money. I'm going to go home. I'm actually just going to buy a treadmill. I'm going to find one. I'm going to buy one. Okay? And I bought something called an Echelon, which I would consider a entry-level kind of treadmill. It folds up. You can put it away.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up a lot of room. And I thought, you know what? If anything happens where I don't want this anymore, I know I can just park it somewhere in the house and take it down when I need to. My plan was just to run outside as much as I could, but I ended up using that treadmill so much that it was basically the base of all of my training for the last year. And I've gotten a lot healthier, losing almost 50 pounds.
Wow.
And, I've never felt, thank you. I've never felt so fit. I remember last year when I did my first 5K.
Yeah.
And I did it in last January. I had to do it in 55 minutes. Now I can do a 5K. My record is now 28:55.
Wow.
So
that's more than half.
That's more than half. And it's all thanks to the treadmill.
Okay. Now it helps you train your body as well, right?
For some people, it doesn't work. I've spoken to some people that basically scoffed at me buying a treadmill. Oh, it's going to be a clothes hanger soon. Oh, it's going to be this. But when death is your motivation, you have to do the thing.
In Canada with the winters, and you're not able to go out to run.
You can run. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, it's
your
cold,
lungs burn. And it's just not nice.
You do it inside. Indoors is better.
Besides, you use less clothing, so you don't have to wash as much.
Mm-hmm.
You're using a pair of shoes that you can use indoors because once you mess up a pair of shoes outside, you really don't want to make them indoor shoes. But once
you got that treadmill, your family members also use it too.
My sons use it now because they have some fitness goals that they want to achieve. So it's good for everyone in the family, but at the same time though, not everyone uses it, and that's fine. My motivation is completely different than yours out there.
At least you got the option that if you have a family and if you get the treadmill, other members can also use it.
Other members can use it. That's
it's
right.
Not just a one item for one person only. You can share it.
And it was a connected treadmill. So one of the things that kind of kept me motivated during the first few months as I inched my way towards a 5K, which was very difficult for me. I mean, I almost darn near died trying to do that. I mean, 55 minutes for a 5K is, I can't even imagine being that slow anymore. But I remember the journey to get there was very painful. One of the motivations, because no one else in the house is going to help you. I mean, obviously people out there aren't going to be that supportive because they're going to be like, hey, you know, you're going to be selling that in the marketplace next week or in a month for that, right? There's not a whole lot because everyone wants to be better than you, right? Because they had the experience with treadmill. Therefore, that's your experience too.
Let me ask you a question. So based on what you purchased versus paying gym membership, which worked out cheaper and which was better?
See, a gym membership, some gym memberships are like $15, $20 a month.
It's more. I pay more than that,
right? Some of them, right? Yeah. Like you're looking like a Planet Fitness or something like that.
I'm paying $36 a month. Actually, no. Yeah, $36 a month.
Okay, so I've had my treadmill for 12 months now.
Yeah.
Right. An Echelon. I paid $1,200. Yeah, I paid $1,200 plus tax for it. So I paid $100 a month.
Wait, actually, no. Mine's $36 every 2 weeks. Actually, it's paying $64. So 36, 72.
Okay.
$72 a month, and it's bound by two-year contract.
So you have to wake up, you have to eat, you have to go to your gym, you have to deal with people, and then you have to do your workout, and then you have to go home, you have to shower.
So 2-year contract, $72 a month, you over $1,500. $1,500.
So every day I wake up, half asleep.
Right.
I go, I get my coffee and everything, and I run. And I run until I'm done. I do workouts for my watch and everything like that. And everything's cool. I have Netflix on. I have what I want to watch. I don't have to deal with anyone else's music. I don't have to deal with the influencer in the back there where I get in her shot. And now I'm canceled. Right? Because I looked the wrong way. I don't have to deal with any of that. I just go into my own world and put in my mileage and put in my workout. Okay. And that's great, right? It's also my me time where I don't have to deal with anyone else's BS because I can't hear you, right? I can't hear you and I don't want to do that.
How long do you run per session?
It depends. I usually run anywhere between 30 minutes all the way up to an hour and a half.
Okay.
Right? It just depends on the workout of the day.
And then it's like how many times a week?
I've done it up to 7 days a week, but my body's much more comfortable running 4 times a week.
Go 4 times, 3 to 4 times a week.
Two workout sessions, the rest something else. But it depends on the week and depends on what my workout watch or whatever is set up for me. So getting back to that, one of the reasons why a connected treadmill is actually a good idea, the Echelon that I got, was because there's a bit of a community behind it.
Okay.
And also there is software that you use with your tablet. Now, they do make versions that actually have a screen on it where you can see coaches and everything like that. They'll run with you and everything just like Peloton.
Okay.
And this was the cheapest alternate way to get that because I wanted something that was compact, ready to go. The Echelon Stride is the model that I have. And this is like the dumbest version of all their treadmills because I'm like, you know what? If I don't like this, I know that that's fine. I also have my own tablet. I don't need the big screen on it because that's one more thing to break. Okay. So I met their coaches. I did their workouts. I did the 5K plan. And it was actually very helpful because the plans were tailored to someone that was not in shape like I was. Because it measures your heart rate, because it measures all those things, you can see growth in your workouts. You can see you speeding up. You can see all that. Very motivating for someone in a household that has nobody to actually help you out with that, right?
That's true.
And to be perfectly honest, and this is a shared experience with a lot of other people out there, is that until you get to a certain speed where you can run a certain speed, certain pace, no run club's going to run with you. No run club's going to take you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to have a certain pace.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, you're just behind the
So you just get demotivated because of that. So we don't want any of that. So a connected treadmill like this is awesome. Okay. Now, if you have the money, and this is in my guide here, I would recommend going to the Cadillac. I would recommend going to the Mercedes-Benz, the best out there. And what I would say is that Peloton makes a very compelling offer with their Tread Plus. Now, Tread Plus is not sold in Canada. You can get it in the US. I'm not sure what's happening with Canada right now, but the Tread Plus is what they call a slat treadmill.
Okay.
So instead of a belt, it actually has these boards that are interconnected. and there's some inherent cushion in each of them. So when you run, it's a lot less impactful. It also, they tend to be a better experience.
But it's still a belt though, right?
Not a belt.
How?
Slats.
But it's still rolling.
It rolls, but it's slats.
Okay.
It's not a belt.
Okay, it's not a belt.
Just slats.
It's slats and it rolls as you run.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's cushion in each one because they're gapped, right?
Okay.
So it feels a lot better. It's better on your joints and everything. And when you want to push the pace, a slat is actually better because it keeps up. And I'll recommend one other one, but many of the high-end self-propelled treadmills, the ones that with no motor, that's all you, are built with slats.
Yeah, I've seen those ones.
Yeah.
They're for the big guys.
You know, like Physical 100.
Yeah, those.
That was the challenge they used. They were self-propelled.
Yeah.
And all of those athletes had to figure out how to run again because they had to propel themselves. There's a technique to it, right?
You have to use your weight to propel.
That's right.
But then your foot has to
should.
go with it. Yes.
As you should, because it encourages proper running dynamics, right? So the Tread Plus, the Tread Plus is basically your Cadillac. It has all of the coaches and the ecosystem of workouts and everything in the Peloton app. Live classes, just like the Echelon, but music, encouragement, leaderboard, things to kind of keep you motivated and everything. And if you need something like this, and you've got the cash, and I didn't at the time because I wasn't sure if this was something that I would actually keep up with, is that if you have $5,295 US, you will have absolutely the best experience with this. And guess what? You have the privilege of paying them monthly, about $30 a month.
Okay.
To access live classes and everything on the Peloton app. There's deals that happen periodically, but I found for me, starting out, that those types of classes actually help because you can't there's a price on your fitness, but you can't really put a price on your fitness, right? Because if you buy something and you're not going to do it, if you have a gym membership and you're not going to go, what's the point?
That's true.
Right? It doesn't matter how cheap it is.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it.
You need to get motivated. You need to see, it's hard to see the results, but if you in a group, if you're in like the classes, and you have like the leaders and whoever training up and stuff like that, so you follow the group, then it works out together.
And the nice thing too is that their membership also includes weight training and yoga and other things. You don't have to just do running with the coaches on live sessions. They have all these other things that benefit your overall fitness you can jump into. So that's why I thought, hey, you know what? It's expensive.
This would be your next upgrade.
This would be my upgrade. Okay. This would be my upgrade. But as someone that's already motivated to run and to get better, maybe I might skip this step. Maybe I might go somewhere else. Maybe I might go to, and I'm going to show you a picture quickly of this thing. Like this is just awesome. Like,
this
check this thing out.
This is okay. Oh yeah. I see the slats.
Yeah.
So
you see that? There's slats on the bottom there. Much more comfortable. Yeah. Much more comfortable.
If you can't see, just go to the Peloton site and check
Peloton.
it out.
Peloton.com. Onepeloton.com. Okay. There's a huge screen on it. So this is an entire experience. It's got speakers on it. It really brings you into that experience. Once you put a heart rate strap on you, it'll help you monitor your progress and give you those stats back to you. That's why it's so powerful, right? Because people want measurable results. If every week you get better, then every week you're going to want to run more.
That's true. If you see the results, yeah.
And this is the company that does the bikes as well too. So if running's not your thing, get a bike.
True.
Get a bike.
Very nice.
Okay. So because I'm running, because I love to run, let's just say that I want to do the physical 100 thing. Let's just say that I want to pull the motor out and actually motivate myself to run under my own power with my own and develop my technique.
It's hard.
It's hard,
right?
It
is hard.
I've run on one. It's hard.
It is.
Then the best one out there is called the Assault Pro.
Assault Pro.
Like it'll literally, from Assault Fitness, it'll literally assault your body. And it's, my God.
Oh, I noticed that. Yeah. Those self treadmills are.
Let me see if I can blow this up.
It's curved. I noticed that. Yeah.
Here we go. Here, this should be good enough. Okay, so check that out, everybody.
Yeah, if you can see it. What's the website? It's called
Assault Fitness.
AssaultFitness.com.
Okay, so
and you can check it out. Some of the models.
So this thing here has no motor.
No motor.
It's made of steel. It has a slat belt underneath, and it's curved. That curvature helps your body center itself, so you can actually, under your own power, run, and with the right technique. Because technically speaking, when you run, you basically are hopping from one foot to the other, and momentarily both your feet are in the air, right? And that downward motion is what propels you forward, right? So this curved slat-based treadmill actually propels you in under your own power. You can go as fast as you want, you can go as slow as you want, but just be aware. Because
the initial tread, I think you have to put some effort.
Put some effort in to get going.
So it gets into the momentum.
Once you're under your own momentum, you'll get going. This is for someone that is running for maybe an hour or two. I might not recommend this because that type of concentration required is going to take time to develop.
This is like short burst. I say max
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if someone gave me one of these, would I say no? Heck no. I would totally take it.
Why is this so expensive?
It's $3,000 because it's made of steel.
Okay.
The thing's made of steel.
All right.
It's got wheels on it and everything, so you can move it around the gym, but this is industrial.
This literally has no electronics.
It does have a screen on it.
Okay.
But it only measures your effort.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's all you. It's all on you.
All right.
I think that what they've done is they've kind of, glammed it up. But it's 100% athlete powered. You can use a heart rate strap and everything to kind of give the heart rate and everything like that. You can also connect it to different devices. But man, this thing, it's all you. It's all on you. And for almost $3,000 US, that's a lot of you.
Yeah.
So you have to be committed.
I would say, commitment and stuff like that. So this would be for more advanced. I would say for more advanced.
Very advanced people that already run.
Yeah.
Right. And if you want to take your running to the next level indoors, this is probably the way to do it.
Right.
So I've given two items back to back. I'm going to throw it back to what's you got a couple of things, right?
I've got this one. Something I think Rode. So Rode are a brand from Australia. You say?
Yes.
Yeah. So they make a lot of course, content creator stuff.
Yes. That's where the Cam Wilmot is from. Hi, Cam.
Yeah. Rodecaster Pro 2, Rodecaster, the Rode mics and everything. So they do a lot.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. They love all this stuff. I love all this stuff, right? So they just come out recently. I got the Rode Rodecaster. I think it was called the Video. Rode Video Pro or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Rode Video. So it was a single unit, video input one in, an XLR mic going in. So it was great for streamers and stuff like that. But now they come up with this thing called Rodecaster Video. It's as more of a pro version.
Yeah.
4 HDMI inputs, 2 XLR mic inputs, and a control deck. It looks very similar to Blackmagic. But with
also Australian company, by the way.
But also with 2 XLR mics now.
Yeah.
So this is something I really like.
That's something that the Blackmagic does not have, actually.
Yeah. So I think they ventured into the video stuff because Rodecaster, Rode, they always do the audio stuff, right? I mean, back then when we did the mics, the video mic pro and stuff like that, it was perfect. People were using that for the for the SLR, DLSR cameras, mirrorless cameras, stuff like that. So now they're moving on to venturing into video stuff. I thought, that's interesting. So when I got the mini one, which is for streamers, that was good. And I thought, okay, I needed something different. And I sold that. And I got something else, and I'll show you for our next show.
Okay.
why I did that. But then now they got this new thing, right? I said the Rodecaster Video. 4 HDMI inputs. But it's not cheap, though.
It never is.
$1,650.
Oh,
Canadian.
That's still cheaper than my Garmin watch.
It is. How much was your Blackmagic though?
Oh, the Blackmagic was $800.
$800, but no XLR.
No.
So for how many video inputs? 4.
4.
4. Okay,
4 and 1 monitor out.
Yeah. This has 2 monitor out.
Yeah.
This one has 5 USB-C connections.
Yes.
So you can connect up like other USB devices. But for the price, I mean, if it was 1,002, I think that would have been a nice price. But for that price, 1,650, it's still pricey. But it is new. So
oh, sorry, my watch is like $30 less. Sorry. More affordable.
So yeah, this is something I thought was interesting, and I thought it's nice to have. I don't think I need it. The other one
we never need these types of things. That's why we want them. This is what we want.
The other one I saw that was last year, because I talked about it last year, was the Roland. The Roland had something similar, but it was a bigger, chunkier unit. And
no, this is the way to go.
This is the better one. It's slimmer. It has
doesn't it have OLED screen?
It hasn't got that screen. No,
the OLED buttons.
It's got the buttons like these buttons here, right there.
So the LED. RGB buttons.
Yeah, so it does look nice, and of course you can you pair it with all the wireless Rode stuff as well.
That's good. Yeah,
and it works really well. That if it works with this, it'll work with the Rodecaster. So you don't have to have your XLR mics connected to here. You can connect it up to your Rodecaster and pair it up together. So you have another. Imagine your audio only on that, and then the video only for this. But you have 4 video inputs.
There you go for bigger productions.
Yeah, different camera, and you can actually hook up any HDMI devices capable, right? So it doesn't have to be a camera; it could be a monitor output from a computer.
Well, there you go, or out to something else that you need to record, or an external recorder.
Very good, and stuff like that. So, yeah, 1,650. I like to have.
Like to have, yes,
but I don't need it.
Okay, all right.
What you got next?
Well, I took 2 slots. You have one last one?
I got one more. Okay. And this one is something I again like to have.
Okay.
I'll never get it because my room isn't big enough.
Okay. Continue.
It's a Samsung 85-inch 8K Neo LED TV. All right. Okay. So
you would have to be quite far away from that.
Yeah, it's an 85-inch. So I think that's an 85-inch.
Yeah, we're in some conference room and that's an 80.
That's an 80-inch. Yeah, 80.
It'd be that big.
It'd be that big, but my room, my living room ain't gonna be big enough to sit. No, see, this is the distance that we sit, right?
Yeah, you got to use up your entire apartment just to sit far enough away.
Our sofas are like literally there, so I don't think it'll fit.
No,
but I've seen the quality on the 8K.
Yeah.
It's so sharp. It's
too sharp.
It's
maybe 65.
Yeah, 65, 75 max, right?
Okay.
But
how much is it?
This thing?
Yeah.
8K TVs are not cheap, by the way.
Okay.
Right?
We're talking 10 grand.
It used to be a lot more than that.
Okay.
It's actually come down in price a little bit. Now, so this one, it's not the latest model. I think it's probably from earlier this year. $8,500.
So 1,000 per K.
Yeah.
per 10 inches.
But mind you, talking about that though, they have 8K computer monitors now.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not big as in that
the
size.
Odyssey gaming series? That's not.
I think Samsung has them.
Other things, right?
I can't quite remember because they're not hugely popular and they haven't marketed it that well because I think it's just too.
It's too expensive because you need a huge GPU to run it.
I think it's around $6,000.
Yeah, most laptops can't run that. Most laptops can run maybe 2 4K monitors.
4K monitors, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
you need a GeForce RTX 4080 90
in a laptop.
Like 4 or 5, $2,000 for a graphics card just to drive this.
Damn.
But yeah, 8K monitors are coming next year. I'm going to see a lot more, I think, next year. For now, it's something nice. I wish I had a bigger apartment so I can fit one of these in.
Bigger TV.
But I love to see how, because you got the 8K.
Yes.
It runs at 60 hertz. So it's not super high refresh rate.
That's the downside. Okay, I understand now. Yeah.
But on 4K, because it can drop down to 4K, this TV, right?
Okay.
And even a 4K is like 240 hertz.
something about the refresh rate being that high, I don't love.
Your eyes,
Yeah, I just don't love it. I don't love it.
He's gonna go talking about refresh rates. I think my friends had a kid, and he's like, I can't remember, like 18, 19. And he's gaming, and he came back from New Zealand gaming with his friends in Taiwan online, and I think his monitor was like a refresh rate is 240 hertz at the time, but I think he had an 8 to 10 hour gaming session.
It's less stressful on your eyes.
And but I'm not sure if he has a medical condition or what. Yeah. But he came out the gaming session. Yeah. Came out to get a drink, whatever. Yeah. He fainted, and he was convulsing. He was having a fit.
Probably reality.
Yeah, and I tell you what though, I think your eyes can only see like 60 hertz or less anyway.
Yeah, I think there's a certain.
All right.
It's not necessary. It is very smooth. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't look like reality.
But we see monitors now having 520 hertz now. Yeah, that's like the higher.
So
end.
smooth.
But I think for TVs now, 120 hertz is kind of like the 4K.
Yes.
Because now I see people gaming Xboxes and PS5s on the 4K TVs. Yeah. Which I think 120 hertz would be okay. I think less than that. If you're doing a 60 hertz, you can see a flicker like hell. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. All right.
So again, nice to have. I don't think I'll ever get one. 85-inch 8K.
Well, maybe, if they're half the price in 2 years.
But why does 8K have to be 85-inch? Can't 8K be like 60-inch, 65-inch?
It's the way they build the panels. Those are the sizes that they're making right now.
So will we see in the future 65-inch 8K TVs?
You'll probably see them smaller as they get better at making them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because the panels come in certain sizes.
Right.
They have to cut them, right?
Okay. So maybe I'll wait a couple of years. They might have 8K TVs in like 65-inch.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. That's that.
Last thing on the list.
Yeah.
Last thing absolutely is probably one of my most practical things, something that I will probably use every day. Because people cut open Amazon packages.
All the time.
They open boxes. Yeah. They might have something that's stuck, a bolt or something like that. Screwdrivers required. Your glasses. You might have a screw that's a little bit loose. Yeah. All these things are things that people stripping a wire. Yeah.
When you go screwdriver, it's like
a saw. You need a saw to saw off a branch. I don't have an entire saw, but I need something, right?
Yeah.
And I want it in a nice small package that's always with me, and it's not a Swiss Army knife. Because I want something that is more robust, something that can actually repair a vehicle, right? Because a Swiss Army knife cannot do that. Swiss Army knife is too weak.
Okay.
Too small.
Too
petite, right? So that's where a company called Leatherman comes in.
Leatherman? Okay.
So I've had the Leatherman Wave, which is one of the most iconic tools on the planet. For quite some time now. It's a silver tool that has the pliers on it. Flip it open. It's got a knife blade, proper knife.
Okay.
Proper serrated blade, proper saw. All of that is built in
like
one.
A multi-tool.
Multi-tool.
Okay.
Right? But these tools are all operational because the premise behind a Leatherman is that this tool is able to take the place of a true tool when it's needed. Not when it's convenient. When it's needed, this will step in.
So just for tools, whether you're a mechanic or if you're out for camping, this tool
it's in the emergency. It's a great emergency tool, but it's also not an emergency tool because it's for daily life.
Okay.
All right. And this is how Tim Leatherman, the founder of Leatherman, actually built his first tool. Was a prototype that was able to repair anything on his vehicle as needed. Right? If it doesn't matter. It takes the place of what's in this toolbox if he doesn't have it. So he doesn't have to call and get someone to get that tool. It's never mind. I got it.
Okay.
Boom,
okay.
done,
True.
Right.
True.
I'm in the woods. I need a saw. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's never mind.
You got it.
I got this. Right. And it's operational. It works. Right. Yeah. So this company's been more or less the same for the last 20 years, right?
Okay.
And they also offer a 25-year, they used to do a lifetime, but a 25-year guarantee on all of their tools. They will repair any tool that you send back to them. No problem, right?
Oh, okay.
My Wave is one of the last that has a lifetime warranty.
Okay.
Right. So, and I love that tool. It's always with me somewhere. It's in one of my bags. But technology moves on,
Okay.
things get better. And
Yeah.
you know how sometimes when you're cutting open those tape boxes that the residue gets on there. It's hard to remove, right? No, things like that. Or I want clickiness. I want haptic feedback.
Wait. You know some of the Amazon packages or some of the packages, tape now. It's not just tape. It's tape with wire thread.
It's threaded so that it doesn't do that. Right. So, I mean, it sometimes is so strong you can't pull it apart, right?
So you have to cut it.
You really have to cut it, right? And or this time of year, you're going to trim the tree. I don't have a saw. Oh, I have a Leatherman tool. Right? So this tool takes all of the best of all the technology that's been in the knife industry for forever. They've got coatings on the blades. Now they are non-stick. Keep it from snagging, right?
Okay.
They have haptic feedback. You know, when you open the blade, it gives a click.
The click,
The clock. That helps you have a better experience knowing that it's completely deployed.
Locked in,
So that when you push down, it's not going to be pushed down, right? So that brings me to the Leatherman ARC.
Is that the latest?
ARC. So this is their latest tool with 20 tools built in, including a pair of pliers, cutters.
20 tools.
So a wire stripper with a replaceable bit, because in my Leatherman Wave, it doesn't have a replaceable cutter.
Okay.
So when you strip it, when it gets dull, when you've cut enough cables, it starts to chip, right? So you can't replace that part. It just gets dull, right? And it also has like a bit for Phillips head, all the screwdrivers, socket, everything. It comes with it. And it looks something like, this is going to be very familiar to people that know a multi-tool. I'm just going to bring this up.
I do fancy one of these.
Yeah.
Because it's something you can carry with you. I mean, if you leave it in your car or if you go...
No, you don't leave this in your car. You have it with you at all times.
Okay.
This is part of your EDC carry, everyday carry. You have it somewhere with you.
It's got everything.
It's got everything. Like, look, at the bottom there, you got serrated. You got a straight blade. That straight blade is great because it's got that coating on it. And all of these are built with high-end blade steel that's going to be able to keep sharp for a very long time.
So stainless steel? Is that...
No, it's not stainless steel.
Oh, right.
It is a type of tool steel that's engineered to keep an edge.
Okay.
Right? So all of this is built a certain way so that it's purpose built. It even has a pair of scissors in it. Right? It has a pair of scissors in it. Has the small eyeglass one. You can build a PC with this.
You can.
Yeah, because you can clip your zip ties. You can.
True.
You have a screwdriver with a bit extender comes with it. Right?
So you can actually. Oh, right. So you can actually fit different drill. Oh, the drill.
Yeah, you have an extender. And then you put your bits on there.
Yeah. So you can have the cross.
There's even a ratchet.
Or the flat.
There's a ratchet.
All right.
Yeah, so you can ratchet it. Right? So it's everything in one.
Wow.
Now, for a tool like this, you would figure, hey, you know what? It's going to be expensive. You're right. It is very expensive. It's $300.
Wow, that's
for this tool. It's 25-year guarantee if you don't lose it.
Does it come with all the bits?
It comes with everything.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's a complete solution, haptic feedback and everything like that. Like really just overall quality tool. Everything locks into place. Just amazing ingenuity.
So this would be you would say better than, of course, a Swiss
Army knife is not this. Swiss Army knife is basically for popping corks and stuff like that. That's basically what they're for. Like they're so tiny that they're how should I say, they're not operational.
Right. Okay.
Like it's nice to have one on the keychain, but this doesn't go on the keychain. This is actually a tool that you put on your belt.
Okay.
As a holstered device, right?
Right.
And unlike it
comes with a free blade sharpener.
Yeah, special offer for Christmas only.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, and it comes with. I love the fact that it comes with these two colors. There's even a gold and a black color, which I would love to have. You know, like throw one of these under the tree for me. I'd be super happy. And you know, it comes with a belt.
Belt holder.
Clip holder, and these are the bits that I was talking about.
Bits. Yeah. Okay.
You know, so that's all in the box. And
wow,
man, what a sexy looking tool that is. Like seriously.
It's like this thing is like I won't say replacement to your toolbox, but at least it's a nice added addition that you could wear on your belt.
It is a toolbox replacement. It is the ultimate everyday carry tool because it replaces so many devices, right? Because if you carry a standard knife, if you carry a screwdriver, if you carry,
has it got the this hexagonal Allen key?
You put that in the bit holder.
The bit, okay.
Right?
Okay.
You put that in the bit holder. They have them. It comes with here. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. I see.
See?
It comes with this well, with all the bits.
Yeah. So you have that, it goes straight in. If you need an extension, you can get that as well too. If you need a ratchet, you can get that as well too. It's all available, right? Wow. Those are optional items, by the way. So,
okay. Nice.
But for most intents and purposes, if you flip it open and you extend it into a PC, you can actually just build one.
Yeah.
Right? It's
because the amount of tools got to get a different.
It's not holding you back. It's not holding you back in any shape or form. You can definitely build. You could reach most motherboard screws that way. For $300, I take it. And is it a need? It's not a need. But if I needed a tool to do everything in my pocket, I would need this.
I wouldn't mind having this though.
Yeah. So Leatherman, if you're listening,
yeah, I think this thing here is a lot more functional than the Linus toolbox that they have.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, that's built differently for a certain demographic.
PCs,
But can you build a PC with a Leatherman tool? You absolutely could. You absolutely could.
But you can do a lot more other stuff with it.
And you can do a lot more other stuff with it as well too. And cut, supplies. Like that something like that is for your workshop. You have your workbench, you have all those tools and everything. Great. But Leatherman built this to not be a compromise. At least not much of a compromise if you needed something out in the field. So there you go. That's our last one for 2024. That's our selfish gift guide that you will hopefully, be inspired by, maybe for gifts for yourself or for other people as well too.
Yeah.
And
you should always treat yourself.
You should definitely treat yourself, and you should always try to do your best to not get stressed out when you're buying for others, right? I mean, the worst gifts to buy are the people that are closest to you, your immediate family, right? And for those gifts, you've listened to them all year round. You should already have an idea of what they want, right? I mean, it's not a sprint at the end. Like I see so many people just stressed at the sprint at the end when you knew all along that they actually wanted this. It doesn't matter how much you spend. It's whether it's the perfect gift or not, right? Whether or not you see them using it every single day for the next 12 months.
Yeah. Right? I mean, if you buy a gift that's being used constantly, you know that it's the gift that's the right gift because you're using it, you're utilizing the value of it, right, and everything. But if you just buying a gift, I don't know, whatever, and you just use it maybe once, twice, and it's in the corner somewhere, just tucked away, and
it tests whether or not you listened all year long.
Yeah,
you heard them all year long. I wanted this. I wish I did this. Oh man, this is breaking down. I don't want to replace this.
The total deals, if you're ever near Best Buy, they have some great Black Friday deals. Dyson, great sale on Dyson.
Yeah. I did get a Dyson for my parents one year, and they absolutely loved that thing. So if they don't have a Dyson right now, they got some deals
right now on Dyson right now. Yeah. So go ahead and check it out.
Okay. Well, that's it for us for at least the next couple of weeks because we're going to be coming back to you with our best and worst of 2024, and there will be a lot of ribbing and a lot of burning in that one because we've got some opinions. So until we see you after the holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Festivus, and Kwanzaa, and all the other holidays that are coming together to bring people together this holiday season.
Yes.
From our families to yours and Winston as well too. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.